So quartz in limestone has this fantastic ability to be levitated, as I mentioned before, but also I think can actually open, in the right circumstances, can allow the dimensional door to open and close. Now, a guy called David Paulides has done a series called Missing 411, and it's about missing people. And the majority of the missing people go missing in national parks. And when I'm talking missing, I'm not just saying they was killed or whatever. I'll give you an example. Two runners chatting to each other. Suddenly one stops chatting, the other one turns around, the person's completely gone. Sniffer dogs come in and they track the scent right up to the moment when that guy stopped talking. No more scent. Disappeared. So the next series of videos that I'm going to be doing is talking about missing people and the connection between limestone and quartz and crystals. David Paulides was a police officer, and he's now an investigator into the missing people. If you've not already heard of him or seen anything to do with him, please check him out. It's quite scary, some of the things he talks about. I'll cover some of his missing cases in the next few videos, but please check him out. It will put hairs on the back of your neck stand up when you hear some of these cases. But his majority of his cases, he seems to think, are in national parks and are centered near these huge rocks, which happen to have limestone and quartz in them. So if you start adding that up with everything else and how they just disappear, and there's no Bigfoot smells, no Bigfoot sounds, no sounds of people being shot, killed, screams or anything like that, no UFOs. So the only conclusion left is interdimensional, someone grabbing. So I'll just give you one example as why I think that missing people, the ones that David Paulides talks about, is to do with interdimensional. This is one of his stories. So a guy was leaving a voice message for his girlfriend or wife, and he was just chatting away. She obviously hadn't answered it. I think it was a landline that he rang. He's talking to her, and then suddenly on the recording you hear him say, "Oh my God, what's that? Something's just opened up in front of me." He could hear noises. The phone could actually record the noises, weird, strange noises, and he just disappeared, never to be seen again. So, you know, if you start adding the things together, it sounded like some sort of portal or some sort of dimension opening up and taking him, or creatures taking him. So this video is sponsored by Fridge Door Alarm. If you ever left your fridge door open and lost food, go to eBay, buy a fridge door alarm, because it saves you. I'm just going to slightly go off on a tangent here. So pause in the interdimensional for a moment. I'm just going to say thank you so much for everyone that's followed me and are enjoying these videos, and the feedback is fantastic. It warms my heart to read that you're all enjoying them and you're not falling asleep to my voice too much. Now, when I first started doing these, I've always thought that school should teach things in a chronological order, because while I was at school they went from Tudor to Henry VIII to Battle of Hastings, and I had no comprehension where they were in relation to each other. And I've always, said that they should teach, from A to B, and then go back over it so people understand. So I think they should teach kids at school, early on dinosaurs and whatever else, and then move on up, but in a chronological order, so a kid can say, "Aha, Battle of Hastings was before the Tudor times," and I didn't even know what Tudor times was. They were bantering this word around at school, Tudor. I was like, okay, well, when's that? And that's why I was probably in special needs, because I needed to see it in a logical order, not just throw numbers at me and expect me to understand it. So when I started these videos here, I thought, right, I'm going to do it as it should be laid out, I think, as to help people understand it a little bit more. I was tempted to just go down the route of getting loads of followers and sticking up videos, just using other people's videos and putting them up. But I thought, no, I won't do that. I'll do something different and try it my way. And so far, it looks like everyone's enjoying it. So I'm just going to show you this video here. This is from a program. This is why I'm doing it my way. This is from Ancient Aliens. Now, they found, people have found a hidden cave underneath here, which is in one of the Aztec cities' pyramids. On the continent. So I'm just going to play it, and basically they set this robot down, and it finds gold. Sorry, I'm just trying to get there. They find these gold or clay things with gold flecks on them.
They are clay.
So on the inside are clay, apparently, and on the outside gold flecks. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you know I've even said about another pyramid that had mercury underneath it to extract the ore, or to extract the gold from the ore. And wait for it, the walls were adorned with the gold flecks, so you know it was the Anunnaki trying to look. This is a computer simulation, but you know the Anunnaki would dig in there. Now, watch what ancient aliens say it is. A ritual.
Suggest that someone was.
They say it's a ritual place, which is absolutely crazy. Please forgive me. I kind of just need to give a little bit more time out to the sponsors of some of the videos. You've probably seen me rush by their products, which is a shame because I feel really bad for it. So I'm just going to give a little bit more time. So, and you might find some of this interesting because I'll try and make it a little bit more enjoyable. So this book here, I'd actually already had a copy of it, and then the author saw my videos and said thank you for mentioning it. Now, if you look at the front there, quite clever design. So on the front there is a Sumerian cuneiform tablet writing going down, and on the back is Egyptian hieroglyphs. Now, did you know that there are over 2,000 different Egyptian hieroglyphs? There you go. So that's something you've learned. But this book is absolutely fantastic. Christ knows how long it took him to do all of this information. Look, I mean, even talks about how, it's just amazing. So if you haven't already seen this, that talks about blood groups and everything, please grab yourself a copy. It's available on Amazon, and you can get it on the Kindle, or you can get the paper book back version. And the same author has recently finished another book, so I have to mention that. It's actually really good. I've now finished it. It's called Epic Journey, and I think they've changed the cover, or he's changed the cover since. But let me just tell you a quickly bit about it. So basically, the tagline there is, what would you do if someone fell into your life and looked just like you? Now, the story is a guy, and someone literally falls into his life that looks just like him, tells him to go on this journey. So I'll give you one little example. So our main hero is called Peter. Obviously, this guy comes into Peter's house. Peter runs to go get his phone and a gun from the kitchen, comes back, but the guy that looks just like him knows that his battery's dead and knows his gun is plastic, and even though it looks like a real gun. How does he know all this? Absolutely fantastic. So it's a mystery, but it's also got a lot of elements that's space stuff, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's a lot of the stuff because it's the same writer that done the other book. So that's fantastic. Do get that, Epic Journey. So I have to talk about fridge door alarm, because I did actually buy one of these prior to the person contacting me, and trust me, it saved me some times where the fridge door was left open. So it's a fantastic product, and it gives you alarm. You choose the settings. I have it at 60 seconds, then it starts beeping. So that saves your food. And then Gift Kingdom, thegiftkingdom.co.uk. Does all sorts of things, comic books, actual real comic books that you can actually send to someone, proper printed and everything, comic books, all sorts of stuff. The Gift Kingdom.